We talked about brands that take very big, bold moves in terms of their communication efforts. And in this particular instance, I was invited to talk about Fearless Girl, a major campaign that we put in market in 2017 on the eve of International Women's Day. And the whole thrust of, I think, our talk was, so what are the lessons learned when you take bold moves? And the real lesson learned around Fearless Girl over the last 2.5 years is that this is a message that can identify with all people across multiple categories, across multiple cultures and continents. But the real thrust of the message was never about us as an organization. It was never, Fearless Girl's never been a statement of our accomplishment as a brand. Rather, she's a real statement, if you will, or purpose that serves as an aspiration and as an inspiration for all of us who are on this journey to achieve greater gender diversity in our leadership ranks. And that's really the core foundation of our message for Fearless Girl, and why we believe that that campaign has been incredibly successful in helping us work with publicly traded companies that are in our portfolio, where we represent millions and millions of investors, to change the composition of boards to achieve a better financial long-term outcome. Why? Because companies that are led by diverse boards outperform companies that don't, by and large. There are real facts that underpin the way we invest. And one of them is obviously the MSCI study that looks at companies that have greater gender diversity outperform companies that don't in terms of board leadership by a factor of 36.5% based on return on equity. And so there are also other studies that say if men and women contributed equally, if women functioned equally as men in the global economy, we would see an additional 28 trillion added to global GDP. These are facts that actually help us be a better investor and represent the long-term interests and outcomes of people who invest with us. It's about being relevant, having a simple message, and being able to underpin that message with very specific actions that, if you will, fulfill the promise of what you're talking about.